made you wish your vision never improved? For as long as I've known, my best friend Jessie had felt insecure about wearing glasses. Kids called her telescope because of how thick they were and knocked them off during dodgeball just to watch her scramble blind on the gym floor. The bullying got so bad she'd rather walk into walls than wear them, but one day I invited her to watch X-Men with me. When Cyclops appeared on screen, she sat up and touched her frames. His glasses don't weaken him, they contain his power. She wore glasses to school the next day and stared down anyone who laughed. At first, Jessie's new confidence was amazing to watch. She saved up for red-tinted prescription lenses that looked exactly like Cyclops' visor, calling her new glasses her suppressors. I bought fake glasses to match her, and she thanked me for making her feel seen, quoting from the comics, "Trust happens when actions meet words." I also helped her film TikToks encouraging her enhanced vision warriors to wear their prescription glasses proudly, saying, "If the leader of the X-Men can wear it, so can you." When she organized a glasses drive for low-income students, giving speeches about seeing beyond sight, the school awarded her with a Youth Leadership Award. Everyone was proud of her transformation. Even the kids who used to torment her started asking where she got her sick frames. Everything changed at our friend's pool party. All of our friends begged her to remove her glasses and swim, but Jessie pressed her glasses against her face tightly, explaining how removing them would release uncontrolled energy. Everyone laughed until they realized she was serious. At school, I watched her step inside the showers with her glasses glued to her face. Even at sleepovers, she taped it to her face before sleeping. It made me worried, but I figured no harm, no foul. For her birthday, her sister Amber and I surprised her with expensive contacts wrapped with a bow. "So you can finally play sports and swim," Amber said excitedly. Jessie went silent and walked to the bathroom and flushed them one by one while we stood with our mouths hung open. "You want me powerless?" Jessie hissed. "You never understood the burden." I pulled her aside and told her she was being ungrateful and paranoid. Her whole body went rigid. "You sound just like them," she said coldly. "Maybe you can't comprehend mutation either." The final strike came when her 7-year-old nephew accidentally grabbed her glasses during tag and stepped on them. The loud cracking sound made everyone gasp. Jessie saw the damage and mercilessly shoved him backwards into the fence. Blood ran down his face while his mom screamed at Jessie, who coldly accused, "The Brotherhood of Mutants sent him to hurt me." I avoided Jessie for weeks after that, but she kept texting about our science fair project on optics. Finally, I caved and went to her house Friday after school. We spread our research across her dining room table, and for an hour it felt like old times. When I suggested we take a quick break, she suddenly said, "Perfect timing. I need to help Amber activate for the hypothesis." I thought she meant to help her sister with homework, but the dead look in her eyes made my hands sweat. After a few minutes had gone by, I decided to head upstairs and look for them, maybe even offer help. I stepped in front of Amber's door and heard whimpering. When I pushed it open, my entire body froze at the sight. Amber was tied to her desk chair with jump ropes, head tilted back with a sock hanging from her mouth, muting her screams. Tears streamed down her face while Jessie stood over her, pouring hot sauce directly into her sister's eyes with steady hands. The smell of vinegar and capsaicin burned my nose, even from afar. "The burning means the mutation is starting," Jessie explained like she was narrating a science experiment. "See how red they're getting? Just like Scott's when he awakens." Amber groaned and kicked her feet on the rug at every drop. Jessie reached for her old prescription glasses on the desk. "These will help you control it once the power manifests. The prescription doesn't matter. It's about the barrier." I dug my fingernails into my palms and yelled, "Stop! Let her go!" Jessie smiled at me sweetly. "You're just in time to witness the birth of a mutant." I yelled for help, still unable to move while she continued hurting Amber. Suddenly, the door slammed open. Their parents stood frozen for a heartbeat before springing into action, lunging for Jessie and pulling her away from Amber. Jessie stood there with a grim expression on her face, completely calm. "If you won't let me help her, I'll show you what happens without suppressors," she said, before raising her hands to her own eyes and digging her fingers into her eye sockets, not scratching, digging. Blood ran between her fingers, down her wrists, dripping onto Amber's rug. Everyone screamed in horror. I rushed over and grabbed her wrists with shaking hands while she screamed about releasing the beam and proving the mutation. Jessie's blind now. The damage was too severe by the time she reached the hospital. After surgery, Amber was prescribed glasses as support forever. I visit Jessie monthly at the psychiatric facility because her parents begged me to, saying I'm the only friend who still comes. She wears dark wraparound glasses constantly and runs her fingers along the frames while talking. "I can see everything now," she told me last visit, grabbing my wrist with perfect accuracy. "I know you're wearing glasses now too. I can feel your potential through the frames." My heart jumped. How could she have possibly known?